It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I'm looking forward to reviewing this one because I've wanted to get hold of it for a long time. It's owned by Mahu Samagel Group, so a big company, but it's Alhambra Reserva 1925. There's a look at the bottle, described as an amber lager, coming in at 6.4% ABV. And this beer was first produced in 2017, I believe. 2017 was the year of this beer's kind of release. So it's been out 7 years. Nice etched bottle, really beautiful looking bottle. Green glass bottle with the Alhambra Reserva etching on there. Kind of reminds me of how the Belgians used to do it, where all the information used to be on the bottle or the cap, and it wasn't that much in a way of like a fancy label or something along those lines. So it's the Alhambra Palace. The brewery there was kind of based around, well, it's in Granada in Spain, and there's a lovely palace apparently called Alhambra Palace, which I'd love to go and see. I love looking at kind of old stuff like that. So let's get this 330 milliliter bottle out into a glass and see what we get. We got a green bottle cap with a bit of black etch in there too. Wow, look at that. Look at that. So we got good levels of carbonation. As the beer rises from the bottom of the glass, we got a 1 finger white head. Yeah, it's definitely an amber lager, but that looks beautiful, doesn't it? That looks really, really, really good. Even carbonation, small carbonation. Just a really lovely beer to look at. You can pick this beer up from our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer store in the UK with a fabulous range of beers from all over the world. If you've been to Granada in Spain, if you've worked away in Germany, not that so many people do that anymore, but there used to be a lot of builders going to Germany years ago. Anywhere in the world, if you've been there, either working away or travelling to see a lovely place and you found that lovely beer, that really nice beer that you want to drink back in the UK, the best place to find it in the UK is beersofeurope.co.uk. There's a link in the description box of the video for beersofeurope.co.uk. I'm going to get on with the review now because this looks really good. Really good head retention. Aroma. I mean, it shouldn't overly surprise me because it's in a green glass bottle, but I think I'm detecting just the smallest amount of skunkiness coming through on the beer. It's probably a characteristic of the beer. We'll talk about skunkiness in a moment, but there's definitely a little pinch of skunkiness coming through on the aroma of the beer. Other than that, it's hoppy. There's a little bit of kind of like a dryness coming through, peppery, spicy dryness with a bit of crisp, light wafer aromas from the malt. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. all right. I'll be honest, I was expecting more. I've seen a couple of reviews online of this beer. I've read good things about this beer. Where did that bottle cap go? No, I'm reviewing this beer February 2024. It's got a shelf life until April 2025. That's a 14-month shelf life. It's a brand new beer. It's been brewed recently. It's not like, I had to check. Not that beers reviewed would ever stock old beer, they wouldn't do that, but I had to check because I really was expecting an awful lot more from this beer. I suppose what this boils down to is it's Spanish lager, isn't it? It's Spanish lager that, okay, Spanish lager is okay. I don't think Spanish lager, especially from the bigger brewers, your Mahous, your San Miguel's, it's never going to be like able to compete with like Czech beer or German beer. And I think that's what's happened here. I've gone into this review. The bottle looks nice. The ABV is a bit stronger. I've read some good reviews online. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this could be up there with Czech and German beer. Like a strong Bock or something at 6.4% ABV. But it's nowhere near. It's nowhere near. If this was a beer that was brewed at 6.4% ABV and it had a good reputation from the Czech Republic or Germany, it would be fantastic. It would be fantastic. There's not a lot of off flavours. It's not like the beer is bad. It's just, I was expecting more. I was expecting more from this beer. It's a little skunky, so I promise to talk about skunkiness. Green glass bottles and clear glass bottles. Here's a clear glass bottle here. They let in UV light from the sun and from supermarket shop lights, especially the old shop lights, the old tube lighting. And instead of the UV light penetrates that green glass bottle and it affects the hops. Instead of the hops tasting lovely and floral, maybe some lemony flavours coming through, it begins to taste skunky. Like the stuff you roll up into a cigarette. Skunky. And it affects the beer. The other thing as well is it's a bit thin. It's a bit thin and it is a product of Spain. I was just reading here then just to see. Yeah, it's been brewed in Spain. I was reading then to see if it was brewed in the UK. It's just got that kind of brewed in the UK feel about it, but maybe the water quality is not the best for this beer. Maybe they're using corn and rice and just cheap materials to make this beer, but it's just not. I think I went into the review with such high expectations for the beer, and it's just come in like lower than what I was expecting, and now I'm a little bit like, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was expecting more. It's got good head retention. It looks okay. It tastes like a stronger version of a San Miguel. For me, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.